This Taylor Swift fan is mad at men. Disclaimer, everything in this video is a joke, except sometimes when it's not a joke. Gonna be honest, I've never met a single T-Swift fan who wasn't completely whack job, nut job crazy. I don't know how this has come to be, but a single woman somehow has a chokehold on half of the entire Earth's population. And there's nothing I can really do about it. It's just this absolutely brainwashed, insane cult of 3 billion people. There's middle-aged women in their 40s screaming like 7 miles from the concert because the venue is filled, and then the line keeps going and going until it's just the regular people. Anyways, as you're watching this, I've already been doxxed. They're outside my house and they're throwing a Molotov through my window. Goodbye. Anyways, today we're looking at this TikToker named Ali Rooker, and she's ranting about how men can't handle women-centric content. And she's pretty much right, because watching her videos does make me want to shoot myself.
Examples of men not being able to handle being subjected to content that caters to women, even though women every single day have to endure content only made for men. The first category is just when they have to start seeing something made for women too much. And the obvious example is the Barbie movie. They were just so annoyed that Barbie was everywhere. They could not escape it, and that like people were talking about it more than Oppenheimer.
Well, okay, so the thing about the Barbie movie was that it was marketed as a family thing, so it wasn't only for women. Although Barbie in general was for women, like the franchise or whatever, this movie in particular was meant to be watched as a family, which is why some people might have been annoyed about it. Anyways.
Oppenheimer. This applies to any women-centric content that just becomes so popular that men have to start to hear about it more than they want to. Like this guy that made his wife put money in a jar every time she mentioned Taylor Swift.
Honestly, I completely agree with the husband here. I would rather be skinned alive and have lemon juice squeezed into my wounds than hear a woman talk about Taylor Swift. That is worse than a war crime, and I fully support this husband here. Now, but really, it's like, it's a joke, okay? He was annoyed at his wife, so he made, you know, it's kind of like a swear jar where like, oh, you talk about it so much, you know, you say the word so many times, so put $1 each time you mention it, right? It's just a funny joke, okay? And, you know, people took this really seriously or whatever. Maybe he's like abusive or he doesn't let her have her interests or whatever. In that case, okay, screw the guy, right? But it's an isolated case over here, okay? If he's so mad that his wife likes Taylor Swift, why did you marry her? You know, is this a case like that? It doesn't apply to all men, obviously. And let's just be real, Taylor Swift fans are not normal, okay? It's an actual cult, okay? There's like the normal portion of the fan base, and then there's so many fucking crazies. It's like when anime has a bunch of crazies. It's like when K-pop has a bunch of crazies. It's like a bunch of dream stands, except all of that magnified times 50. The amount of videos I've seen on the internet of T-Swift fans just freaking out, treating her like some sort of deity or something. You know, Meat Canyon made that parody video. I don't know if you guys know, he's like an animator or whatever, and he made a parody video about Taylor Swift, and her fans were already trying to dox him. Like, it's crazy. The fact of the matter is, it's not just woman things. This is crazy behavior. Woman things are completely acceptable. Crazy behavior, just in general, is not acceptable, okay?
This happens anytime women just start to like something, start to talk about something enough that it seeps into men's consciousness. Like when we were all joking about girl math a few months ago, they were so mad that it was so popular, it was reaching them.
People were not mad that girl math was so popular. People were just poking fun at it the same way regular girls were making fun of it, because girl math makes no sense. That's the whole joke. It's girls joking about how they make extremely inaccurate mathematical money judgments, okay? It's literally just bad math, and they're acknowledging that it's pretty funny. That's the whole joke about the whole thing. Men are not mad about it. They're just talking about how funny it is. An example of girl math is that I got this item on sale, okay? It was $10, I got it for $5, meaning I saved $5, which makes no sense because you spent $5 in the grand scheme of things. But they say I saved $5 because it's girl math that I got it on sale, okay? It's just a funny thing that the way people's minds works and how it fools you into thinking you sort of save money. Maybe some people are aware of it, maybe some are not, but that's the whole joke. Nobody's getting serious about this.
Another category is when something men see as being made for them starts to be a little less made for them, like when they made this female-centric Marvel movie and they lost their minds.
Oh yeah, that's the reason people hated the Marvels with Brie Larson in it. Maybe if you did more than, I don't know, 15 seconds of research, you'd realize why people actually hated the Marvels. As it is, in literally 95% of these cases, it's not a case of hating on women, it's a case of it's a goddamn bad movie, and that's why people didn't watch it. That's why people were making fun of it, because they always try to do some pandering woke bullshit, which the general Marvel fan base just does not like, because if the movie was good, nobody would have a problem problem with it. That's always the case in all these situations. It is simply everything to do with just making an objectively bad movie that their core audience doesn't like. That's what the outrage is about. Now just listen to how she mischaracterizes all the criticism for the Marvels.
They just think every piece of content should be geared towards them. Pro tips for launching successful movie geared towards guys. This is how they reacted when there was a female lead of a Marvel movie, which women also watch.
Oh wow, you've just exposed yourself as extremely disingenuous here, because you're basically saying like the main criticism to the Marvels movie was that women need to smile more. What? Not even an idiot would believe that. God damn it. Way to misrepresent every criticism as just misogyny, essentially. And after seeing this criticism, I had to go and look at the rest of her TikTok, and it is exactly what you think it is. All women are queen, men bad, the old classic.
This is how they reacted when there was a female lead of a Marvel movie, which women also watch. This girl just went to see the movie and this person tweeted at her calling her fat and ugly.
I mean, it's twitter.com. You can literally find one tweet of literally any opinion. You need to show like a hashtag or a trend or a group of tweets with tons of likes or something to illustrate your point that this is majority of people criticizing the film or something, that they're just misogynists who call women fat and ugly, which is not the case. This is clearly an isolated incident. There's plenty of videos on YouTube who do like genuine film reviews. Their entire channel is about film reviews, and they give constructive criticism to each and every one of these movies and explain systematically like what went wrong here, what people liked about this movie, what people hated about this movie. So I highly encourage you to watch something about the Marvels there, but I'm almost certain this person is less interested in knowing the truth and more interested in pushing an agenda.
The same thing happened when they tried to put women in the Ghostbusters movie. Again, it doesn't matter if people think these movies are good or not. They were mad that they were made. This is the most ridiculous example, but I think it still applies. There were men who were mad that the brown M&M was being remade to be less sexy, less appealing to men. Like, why do the M&Ms have to cater to male gaze? They're just like, if my eyes have to see the brown M&M, she should be dressing for me. Male content is so omnipresent. The infrastructure is so readily available that you're always seeing content made for you that men cannot handle when content made for women comes across their TV, comes across their For You page. They act like babies.
Yeah, well, maybe if your content wasn't so fucking annoying, people would enjoy it. You know, I have a sort of theory about this whole thing about what she's saying here. So I feel like a lot of male-centered content is easily consumable by females in a sense that it's not like explicitly mocking them in a sense. Plenty of women like will watch gym bro content all the time, and it feels like a brotherly environment. You're never gonna get put down there or something. It's not the same case with a lot of women-centric content, which is why a lot of men might get mad about it. Anyways, stop whining, and holy shit. Oh, they're outside my door. I'm dead, guys. Bye.